Hello, or should I say, Ushnat? Well, you may be wondering why I'm saying Ushnat, and that's because that is hello in my mom and dad's native language, which is spoken in Nyestustuk, or... It's complicated, I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm not from that area, I'm from New Hampshire, most fucking forgettable state. No one really knows about it. Is this better? I don't know. Basically... I don't know any other language, but I am obsessed with languages. They sound cool. Like Russian. Now, my parents are from Nistushtik, or however the fuck you say it. Which is a Central Asian country bordering Afghanistan, but not quite up there like Kazakhstan or however you say it. Well, they speak the language of Distusht, or however you say it, because there's a bunch of different dialects in different regions, too. If you see me do this, that's because my face feels really fucking weird. There's the Arabic dialect, which is spoken near Afghanistan. I don't know it, so yeah. There's the Russian dialect, spoken more up north, because this was part of Russia when that was the USSR, when that was a thing. Almost 30 years now. It's quite a long time. Gosh. There's the Turkish dialect, which I do not know yet. I wish to learn it, because if there's any other language that I would wish to learn in the world, or learn next, it would be Turkish, because a lot of countries, Central Asian countries especially, know that, like, their languages sound Turkish, so that's good. That's a good thing. And then there's the English dialect. Now, I only know the English and the Russian dialect. And just because I say it's a Russian dialect does not mean that it sounds, or you can understand it if you're Russian. Now, English is different, but not that different. You'll understand in a minute. So, the way you say hi in the Russian dialect is Ushnat. 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 But you write it differently in there. I'll try to show you guys. I don't know. I think the way you say it in the Arabic dialect is Salam Lechoum, or some shit like that. I'm saying it in a nasally voice. It's Salam, Salam Lechoum, or something like that. Wait, how did you say it? Oh yeah, Yasamut. That's how you say it. Or Assalamu alaikum, or Marhaban, or, things like that. But usually they say Yasamut, or whatever I said. The Turkish way you say it, I believe, is Yakshamutasht. Just because I'm saying that it is a dialect of a certain language does not mean it has to sound like that language. Just saying. The English way you say it is Hishtep. Hishtep. That sounds weird. Just, the base language uses... The base language isn't the hardest language to learn. It sounds Turkish because it's in Central Asia. So the Turkish dialect is more of its original language. So, you could say, but it depends. So the one that sounds most like, if it was not a bunch of dialects made up together, would probably be the Turkish one. The base language is kind of hard to understand because it uses all these dialects together, kind of. I'll get to that in a minute, or another video, because it's quite complicated. But I'm just going to talk about the dialects for now, because that's the only one my parents know. So, like I said, the Russian dialect is Ushnat. Turkish dialect was Yakshemeneshtisht, or something like that. Arabic dialect was Yasamur, or something. Because remember, there's also a bunch of different ways to say hi. English dialect, I really just forgot. I think it was like Hisnisht, or Hinet, or something like that. So, yeah. Basically, the only ones that I know, and I didn't know another language, but I know the basics of the Russian dialect and the English dialect. So I'll be speaking what I know. Also, I was lying when I said I didn't know any languages. I know half a language, because 1, 2, the English and Russian dialect, and the other ones. Just because it's a dialect does not necessarily mean it's a language. You can still somewhat understand each other if you're from a different region of the, country. So, I wouldn't necessarily say I know another language. I'd say I know another part of a language. So I'll just speak the Russian dialect. Ushnat istepokov nashta kaste litapashtetur. Hinaikas nipap nojitai nasplakashtapai. Hofakasht nipar. Don't ask what that means. And then the English one is, I forgot the high one. I'll say another way of saying hi. Elot kaya paf mutar iha nista hurry up. Histep nistupakar. Nistap. Full halapat. Now that one sounds odd, but I think you heard the words hurry up. Now kaste in the Russian dialect and hurry up in the English dialect would probably show that I'm telling someone to hurry up, or should I say hurry the fuck up. So I'll say it again in English. Hello, how are you doing? Hurry the fuck up, please. Now, okay. I guess I'll speak some more of this Russian dialect, because I like the way Russian languages and the Russian language sounds. Tikas ne foštapakal, krušня tata kisne pata yakšne patu, hafrašne pa heritu pakakaste, hina ushnaptita lokoshna taiparut. Now, I didn't get it grammatically correct, but you can't directly translate something from another language into English and expect it to always be grammatically correct. And that's not just because Google Translate isn't the best at doing this. It's because the way certain languages are structured, don't always make it like that. Same thing with the Russian dialect, but most of the time it's the same, so. Kisnepatai, fushnepatai, lakaste tushnabai, hisnepai, islukarashnepatai, hisnepatai, sihatak. And I'll try to speak the English one. I don't know that much of the English one. Like I said, I only know the basics of the English one. Know most of the Russian one. Keep changing my goddamn opinion, because it's complicated. Histapa fititnotosht. Heikapa hilota naikastosht. Naigrotap. Sounds like it has an Irish accent, and that makes sense. So yeah. Now I'm gonna say bye. Now I'm gonna say bye in the languages or dialects. Karapat. Bye bye. Alofis. Dushtep. And bye.